Hello, everyone. My name is Dylan Page. I am the co-chair of the CNCF TAG Infrastructure. I'm also the co-chair for the CATES SIG Infra, or Special Interest Group. I'm a manager of the core infrastructure team at Lambda AI, which is a neocloud where my team focuses on providing a control plane layer for our GPU data centers using Kubernetes on bare metal. And I'm also a maintainer for the CNCF project, sandbox project, Atlantis. So I'll be doing a lightning talk today. Hopefully I keep it within 10 minutes or even sooner so we have some questions. But hopefully you know what a tag is, what it does, what is it, what's in it for you, and how to get involved without signing up for homework. Alrighty, so before I explain what a tag is, it's probably a good idea to see the structure of the entire CNCF from the 10,000-foot view. The CNCF has two main bodies. There's the governing board, which handles all the boring business, budget, marketing, all those things. And then there's a technical oversight committee, which is staffed by 11 members that are elected from the governing board, from the end users, from the maintainers. So there's a big, diverse pool of people that they're elected from. The Technical Oversight Committee sets the technical direction for the entire foundation and decides which projects are accepted and graduate levels. They have more responsibilities, but those are the two main responsibilities. So the TOC has 11 members, and there's over about 230 projects now in the foundation. So those are a lot of projects to support and facilitate. So the TOC charters now 5 advisory groups. It used to be 8, known as technical advisory groups. And these advisory groups then own a technical domain within the foundation. The projects themselves, like Kubernetes and Envoy and Prometheus, each keep their own governance. And as you can see, Kubernetes, as an example, has their own steering committee that are elected by the contributors. And then there's special interest groups within that project that are dedicated purely to the project. So each project, Argo, Helm, Crossplane, have all different ways of governing their own projects, but they roll up into essentially what the CNC, the standards the CNC sets for projects at different levels at sandbox, incubating, and graduated. So more about what a tag is. These tags are actually the primary organizational unit under the TOC. They help oversee and coordinate the interest groups across projects, across the initiatives, the sub-projects, in the broader cloud-native community. They scale technical contributions while maintaining quality and advancing the CNCF submission. Recently, they were rebooted and reorged. There used to be 8, now there's 5. We replaced the previous working groups with sub-projects and initiatives that aligns more with how CATES special interest groups concepts. We had a real problem with people, if you saw Chad's keynote, a lot of people fall off for a variety of reasons. Personal, your day job changes, a lot of open source contributions are volunteer. And so we noticed that the working groups were too broad and they were too open-ended. So initiatives and sub-projects were more well-defined to try and help control that and drive those areas of work. So specifically, a sub-project is a long-term ongoing project over and over, while an initiative is a short, time-boxed, single deliverable to better help folks understand the intentions behind them. As you can see, here are the 5 tags, and we can kind of get into more about the different area and domains. The tags are structured purposely this way because it's intentional to promote easier collaboration and overlap between the tags. Previously, some tags did a really good job within their own leadership of running their groups. Other tags, not so much. Some tags were super siloed in their own areas. There wasn't a lot of good collaboration. So the idea here is that projects should be able to assess where they sit technically in the stack, as well as some of the cross-cutting areas like observability, operational resilience, auditing, secure software, supply chain. Those mean different things to different folks, depending on if you're focusing on developer experience or on infrastructure. So, who is TAG Infra? The TAG Infrastructure leadership is made up of various countries and companies across the world. We primarily focus on storage, network, data, DNS, compute, service mesh, sovereignty, infrastructure as code, load balancing, and edge. Historically, cloud-native infrastructure used to mean a managed service in a hyperscaler cloud. Today, now it means GPU clusters. It's co-located racks, power temperature alerts, radio towers for telecoms, sovereign regions. Infrastructure is quickly becoming more complex and physical again, where previously cloud-native over the past 10 years has made it very commoditized. And so the purpose of this tag is to really focus in on those areas and to help drive best practices. There are 3 chairs and 5 tech leads, each serving 1 to 2 year terms. Elections for the chairs just wrapped up, and I can happily say that Xing has been reelected. Bruno and Nicholas's terms are up, and there is an issue on the GitHub TOC repo if you would like to self-nominate. I'll quickly breeze through some of the examples of the CNCF projects in each of the technical domains really quickly. So in the area of data, we have things like Prometheus and FluentD. Storage, we have like Rook, Longhorn, KubeFS. Networking is Cilium, Envoy, Istio. Compute like Wasm Cloud, Containerd, Cairo, Crossplane, MetalCubed, Open Policy Agent, Kyverno, and then finally KubeEdge and KubeScape. These are examples of projects that can come to us in the tag and that are within our scope if they need any advising or help trying to grow the project. So what does the group actually do? And I kind of touched on that a bit. We help review the projects when our project applies to Sandbox or they're wanting to move levels. Contributors from the tag help assist with reviewing any of the technical or governance of the project. And then our reviews are then sent up to the TOC that does the due diligence. We also manage our own subprojects and initiatives. These are deliverables with well-defined goals, and the owners are usually led by the tag's tech lead. And finally, most important of all, we support the community. There's regular public meetings bi-weekly on Wednesdays where project maintainers and end users can compare notes on everyday real problems and solutions. We have 4 active initiatives right now. There's infrastructure lifecycle, where there's a focus on different provisioning patterns like Crossplane versus Terraform. I'm currently helping to steer that as this started prior to the tag reboot. We have storage landscape version 3, which is building a shared vocabulary for evaluating storage systems. Data storage for cloud-native AI is a hot one right now. It digs into what training and inference each demand from storage, and because they demand nearly opposite things. And then, of course, the cloud-native AI sustainability has 2 papers on energy and GPU efficiency that the tag is actively involved in reviewing. These initiatives all have working drafts with open comments, so if you're interested in participating or providing feedback, the window is still open. So I talked a little bit before about contributing, and this might sound similar to what Chad presented in the keynote. On-ramping really kind of for me has 4 steps, and I'll provide you might have saw a graph earlier that I'll show next. The first step is to just lurk. We have a Slack channel. I'll provide a QR code up later for you to join. Saying nothing is completely okay, but every voice matters. Whether you're an intern or you're a distinguished engineer with years of experience, every voice matters in helping us move in a better direction for the community. Pick one of the meetings off the LFX calendar. We have dedicated meetings for the initiatives, but we also have a general one for the tag. Comment, claim, as you get more comfortable, you can provide a section to the draft or you can propose your own initiative or sub-project. And here's a nice little graph that kind of shows examples of, first attending the meetings, helping us reach out and do community reach out to projects, help lead initiatives, staff the booth at KubeCon, and as well as contributing to initiatives. And that's it. So I think I just barely got under 10 minutes.